Yo, what's good, man? It's the XII.XXI podcast with your one and only host, Glory Boy, here with another special guest.
Hey.
All right, perfect. And we've been trying to do this since when?
I don't know. It's been
Since
a minute.
was
The
it the gala?
the gala at Buffalo Fashion
Right,
Week.
the gala, and then we met again at Buff State throughout like the what was it? The networking event that they had. Remember?
Oh yes.
Yep.
And look at us now, guys. It is June 26th, and
June
we're here.
26th, and we're here, and we doing our thing, man. So perfect. Thank you for coming through.
Of course. Thank you for having me. For real. I appreciate it.
Definitely. So yeah, so I want you guys to just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, man. Don't forget to like, comment, and also let's go straight to you. Come on, introduce yourself. Tell them who you are and where they can find you.
Okay, my name is Jada Ivy. I am the CEO and founder of 1221, which is a sustainable clothing brand. I also am a creative director of Restoration, which is a fashion show in Buffalo for mental health awareness and substance abuse. Also, I'm a stylist. You can check me out at just Styles by Jada Marie on Instagram. My website is stylesbyjadamarie.net, where you can find all the garments that I make, and then also do some social media marketing for some brands. That's the intro.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yes.
That's an amazing resume. First of all,
Yes, I can add more, but that's it.
that's it. So just being busy is one of your
Yeah.
favorite thing to do on a daily basis.
Correct. Being busy. It is what it is. I'm always doing something.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, you got to do something, man. So let's talk about basically your background. So where are you from, Jada?
Well, I'm from here. I grew up in Lackawanna, New York, which is probably about like 25 minutes away from here. And then I end up moving to South Buffalo, which I currently stay right now. So I went to 3 schools, actually, an elementary school, a middle school, and then I went to a high school, which is Hutch Tech.
Which is Hutch Tech.
Yes.
And I went to Hutch Tech
We're
too.
tech alums.
Tectonians. That's what. That's legit. And now you're doing your own thing.
Yes.
After school. That's amazing. So just growing up in Lackawanna, how was the experience? Because a lot of people that goes to tech actually are usually from the Buffalo area. Like the west side, the east side. So you coming from Lackawanna, how was that?
It was a bit of a transition. I went from 8th grade to a all basically majority white school. We had a little group of us, and then just going into new school and meeting new people, and experimenting and learning for myself and how I was going to navigate through everything that was changing. So it was definitely something that I had a learning experience, but it was something that I am 100% grateful for.
Right.
And I learned so much from my transition.
That's amazing. How was the experience just being in let's call it a PWI school? Because I went to college. So my college was Canisius College, and it was like PWI school. So yeah, just being there, like you mentioned, it was mostly white students. How was that for you?
I mean, it was okay. I guess that's where I get my properness from, quote unquote. That's where a lot of people say, but it was a lot. I have a couple of friends that are white and also Muslims. There's a lot of Muslims.
Oh, in Lackawanna, yep.
In Lackawanna, so there's a lot of those. So you can really see the less diversity in blacks, where Muslims and white were really overtaking. So we had, like I said, our own little group of us Black kids, and just sat at the lunch table, and it was different to coming to Hutch Tech, where there was like tons of races and so many different faces and people that I've never seen, going to a school where it was less than 200 people to going to a school where there was almost 1,000 kids. So there was definitely a lot of eye-opening experiences. But me, I was the quiet girl, going into Hutch Tech. Still the quiet girl at Global Concepts Charter School. That's where I end up going for middle school. And then when I went to Hutch Tech, it took me till, my junior year to really open up. But, freshman year was COVID. So it was just like, it was a little bit hard, So I was trying to make friends, and things weren't really working out. So I was just stuck in a little hole. But, Everything is perfect now.
I feel you. So you mentioned making friends and so on in high school. Um, what was the importance of that? Like just making friends.
Making friends, it's hard. You know, I lost a lot of friends
Okay.
from freshman year to now being in college. But it's really just sticking to who is true to you, and who has your back and who has your side when it comes to certain circumstances, whether it's schoolwork, it's real life experiences. And that really opens you about who is really there for you and what a friend really means.
Right. So friendship was something that was you kind of like held it as something very important. So you looked at who was actually there for you.
Correct. Yeah.
So would you because I know in high school there's people with like a little friend groups and so on. So within your friend group, like what was your friends doing in order for you to value them as them being your friends?
I mean, coming out of high school, I have like two really close friends that I talk to, Amaya and Jalen, and they're just very supportive friends of me.
Okay.
They support my business, they support my busyness, they just support everything. And you know, we gained our relationship our junior year, really. So I really wasn't connected with them freshman, sophomore year. And there was just a relationship that I never would have thought that really just empowered me in our friendship. And we're really just sisters,
Okay.
besties. So that is something that, you know, I look forward to, and keeping a close circle. I have a very close circle of, you know, less than 6 people that I talk to every single day, that I share my happiness with. And, you know, no jealousy is there, no being hateful is there, just really genuine happiness and love for me and for each other too. So
That's how it should be. You should have those people that actually respect you, value you for
yes.
who you are, your time, and so on. So let's just go back to to your background. I mean, just growing up with family. So like, how was your family growing up?
Yeah, my family is very supportive. I love my family,
Okay.
and my friends. But my family is very supportive. They're there at every fashion show that I have, any event that I'm throwing, any award that I'm getting. They're there. You know, they support my journey. They support me in the fashion industry and the things that I have coming, the things that I'm currently doing. You know, and it's important. Excuse me, to have that base where you have supportiveness and you have people who is right there on your other shoulder when your other shoulder might go down. You know, to lift you back up. So I'm very grateful for my family, and they're my number ones.
Right, because I had a conversation with one of the guys here. We kind of spoke on family support. Even the 14 Mafia that were here, so we talked about family support.
Yeah.
And how much family support can really impact a person's work. You know, like when you have that family support, they're out there for you. You know, it
I
makes you
agree.
even want to work 10 times harder. Because me being an athlete, when I was playing soccer, so I was sometimes, as we're doing warm up, I would just look around, and if I see anybody in my family there, I'm going crazy that game.
Yes, me too.
You know, because
Me
he
too,
kind of
always.
push you, to
Yeah,
kind of like go
for
crazy.
sure.
How about your parents? Like, were they're supportive about you, like, throughout like everything that you're doing and
Yeah.
so on?
Of course, yeah. I'm really mostly closer to my mother than my dad. My dad's there, but you know, moms are she really do her thing when it comes to me, and I'm also the only child, so I'm her everything. Yes, I am the only child.
She's spoiled.
So you know, mom's always there front row. Rather, she has to drive me to another state to do a pitch, or she's taking off of work to, you know, help me set up my pop-up, or
Right.
you know, just coming to a fashion show straight after work. She supports me, and she sees the vision, and she wants me to do good. And you know, she definitely raised me like a woman should be raised. So I'm very grateful.
Let's talk about your experience though, just being the only child. How is it? Because some people are raised with the siblings around them. They're raised. Some people are adopted, but they still have siblings who are adopted around them, and so on. Just being the only child in the house, how is that?
I mean, it was fine. You know, I think a lot of people think being the only child is like a bad thing, or you really don't, you know, experience a lot of things. You know, I had cousins growing up, but you know, not as close knit as we are now. I have a lot of littler cousins in my family, but it was great. You know, it was always just me and mommy. That's all I knew, was just me and mommy, me and mommy. And, I had friends and I always have sleepovers and stuff to make me feel like I have that sibling anthem. So, it sucks because I could never get that sibling feeling, when I see other siblings around me interacting. Sometimes I'd be like, I wish I had that. But it wasn't meant to be on mom or dad's side, no siblings. So it was good. It was good. I
So
definitely
mom and
learned a
dad
lot.
side, no siblings.
No siblings.
So they're like basically they're only child in their families.
No. So on my mom's, well, okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
on
I
my
see what you're
mom's
saying.
side, it's me and 5 other people.
Okay.
But on my dad's side, it's just me. I'm the only
Okay.
grandchild on my dad's side.
Oh wow.
I know, right?
Wow. I mean that's that's amazing.
Right?
So right
Fun
there,
fact,
it's like
guys.
you like a little egg. Like the way they carry you is like they know Jada. She's gonna be something special. So let's make sure we take
Yes.
care of her. Let's make sure we support her. So just being the only child is it's an amazing thing too. You
Yeah.
gotta look at it like that. So let's talk about just being the only child. Did that affect you? Did that affect your social skills in any type of way, or
What's crazy? It really didn't.
okay,
Like, as if somebody knows me personally, I'm a talkative person. I'm a questioner person. I can engage with a stranger. But I guess that was just a learning experience. I can say that once I went to my high school, that really opened that up.
right?
I was in middle school. I was kind of like a follower and, following the other person doing this and doing that. And then that broke when I went to a change of schooling. And then, that is where I had spread my wings to talk and to engage and to just learn how to network and connect with people just in my classroom, which, helped me a lot with,
Right.
my social skills. And my presentation skills are good. My social skills are good. So I think I'm pretty good.
Right. And that's good. That's good. So you mentioned just being a follower and so on.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? Because sometimes when you're doing that and people start doing their own things and so on, and you're still trying to follow them, but at the end of the day, it's like, come on, like what am I?
Yeah, it definitely, like, we can get real personal, but yeah, I
Let's get
definitely,
personal. Tell us a little bit.
but definitely in middle school, it was like a lot of like me following the popular person, not to, throw names out there, but, and, it's crazy because now those people want to talk to me, it's opposite now, which is crazy, but, it is what it is. But, yeah, I had to definitely break from that shell. And yeah, I got bullied in middle school. High school is a different story. That didn't happen, but definitely had to learn how to stick up for myself and to put my foot forward when it comes to a lot of things and a lot of experiences. So that was a little challenging point that I've been through, but I worked through it and I am a strong, wonderful woman right now. So, things happen, but it's all about learning from that and growing.
It's all about learning. You mentioned being bullied and so on because there's a lot of kids getting bullied on a daily basis as we're speaking though. Like how did you, instead of just saying that you was able to, to stick up for yourself, but like how did you manage to kind of like stay away from them and making sure that you're protecting yourself at all times? Because this can really help a lot of kids that's dealing with that.
I guess it's really, like I said, staying true to yourself and finding your circle, finding people who wants to be your friend, not, you want to be somebody else's friend. That's a whole different ball game. But, finding, like I said, just finding your inner circle and finding people who is close knit towards you. They
Right.
love you just because of your smile or your energy and just being you. Don't change yourself for somebody else. That's another thing that I had to realize too. Like I said, everyone has their own talent and everyone has their own aura and mindset when it comes to a lot of things. And just stick to that. Don't
Right.
let nobody else tell you who you are, who you're going to be, blah, 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 blah. No, stop. Don't listen to that at all.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Make sure you find those people, that brings that positive
Yeah.
light within you. So that makes sense. Cause me personally, I don't like bullies, bro. Like
Me neither.
one thing I don't like is bullies. I don't care how old you are. I'm still gonna go to you and say like that's not the right thing to do. Da, 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 da. Cause when you bully people, it carries on.
Yeah.
It carries on. Like you say, you're part of like the mental health organization.
Yes.
So like it does mess with people's mental health and so on. They become they anxious at all times.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, let's now dive into some of the things that maybe you wanted to do, just at a young age. Because me personally, I wanted to be anesthesiologist growing up, but I see where I am right now.
Right.
But like you, how about you too?
No. I was just saying, like, I can relate too. So go into that.
Right.
No, I really wanted to be a physical therapist. I wanted to be a physical therapist for NBA players and WNBA players. So that was like my plan B if fashion didn't work for me. But yeah, so, definitely a whole another route.
I'm telling you, a whole different route, like from science to fashion. So did your parents actually wanted you to be something else besides?
No, that's the thing. Like, even with the college thing too, my mom was just like, if you want, I want you to go to college, but if you don't want to go to college, then I understand that, but you better get a full-time job living with me. but yeah, that's really it.
That's good. And how did that make you feel?
Okay, so that's the thing. I wanted to go to college, so it was like no ifs, ands, or buts, because I wanted to learn. I'm a learner, and I love talking to people, and I love teaching people as well. So I wanted to go to college for fashion. Well, technically, I really was going to go to school for business, because a lot of people were telling me, like, oh, you can't get a degree in fashion merchandising, fashion design, blah, 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 blah. So like I said, always have to stick to you and what you want to do in your heart. So that's when I pursued fashion merchandising, which is fashion business in like our terms of stuff. So that is where, like, my mom was like, okay, this is it. This is what you want to do. Let me see how it works. And college, it's been going great ever since.
Right. And which college are you attending?
So I'm currently attending Buffalo State University, majoring in fashion merchandising, and I'm also what do I do there? I run the social media account for the Buffalo State Fashion Club and the Buffalo State Fashion Instagram.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
I work my way up, guys.
Yeah, look at you, working hard.
Yes.
So just also the benefit of actually being the only sibling, it gives you a lot of free time, to kind of focus on yourself more.
Yeah, okay, I can and like,
because me, I have siblings, right?
Yeah.
Right now, my little sister will call me. I mean, before even the interview, she called me. Oh, can you take me to get my hair done? I mean, my nails done. I'm like, okay. Right after work, I took her. So to me personally, it's like I'm constantly, right there, helping them out because they're younger than me.
Yeah.
Like for you, just being the only sibling, does that give you like a lot
it definitely, like, it gives me freedom in my schedule, really. Obviously, sometimes if I have to take my grandma to an appointment or my mom somewhere to grocery store, then that's where that case. But mostly, it's just me filling up my schedule with, like I said to you earlier, meetings or events or workshops.
Right.
Or, just planning and getting work done for other brands and stuff as well. That what fills my time up, and I love it. As much as I might complain, I love what I do, and I can't wait to see what I'm going to be 5 years from now, and how much I'm going to be growing.
Yeah, I mean, time is flying too, so you got to make sure
it definitely is.
Every minute counts. Like, remember COVID came, kind of like messed up everything. So I feel like time really went so fast from COVID. So there's a lot of things waiting for you. So you keeping yourself busy doing this and that. Having your resume filling up to so much things, because the last time, actually last week, this week Monday, I interviewed a woman named RJ Jackson, and if I show you her resume, it's insane. The things that she do, it's like she can't, like, no job cannot hire her. Like, any job can just hire her, because she keeps herself busy.
Wow,
but that's legit. So now we're just getting closer to the end. This is part one. I wanted to just talk, have a little conversation, get to know you a little bit, and then part two will be more about your business and what you got in plan and future plans as well.
Okay, cool.
All right, man. This is XII.XXI podcast, man. Y'all go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you got all the way to the end. Make sure you take a little break, go get you some popcorn, and stay ready for part two. Let's go.
Let's go.